So in pole position, cart 33, James Hattersley. On the front row with him, Harrison Darville. Second row, Mike Townley in cart 23. Luke Hornsby on the left as we look on the second row. Pietro Bigano's come through to take up a position on the third row with Justin Buck. Cart number 7 is Stuart Osborne. Looking for the green light. And we're racing at Wilson Mill. The charge in the first corner. Left, right. Behind the porter cabin. Except I've got a camera down there so we can see that now. You know, I'm thinking of you. So charging up to Christmas Corner, where I do have a camera, it's just not connected. Oh, and they're off. Darville and Pagano off the track. How disappointing for Pagano, whose championship chances just took a knock there. Will they all make it through Inkermans? Sort of. Down the hill, through Zulu, and back on to the main circuit. And Hattersley has got, what's that, 10 kart lengths on Mike Townley. We're looking for third place, which is Luke Hornsby. Peter Harris, Martin Theodorou, Justin Buck. 35 is a lid that I don't recognise. That's Richard Evans. EK, I'm not sure what that means. Easy card? EK, or is that some kind of British medal that you get from the Queen that I've never heard of? Empire Kingdom or something. Up to Christmas Corner. And they're still trying to recover. And Darville is still waiting for a pusher cart. Into Inkermans, and Buck pushes through on Theodorou. Theodorou goes around the outside. There's somebody off there as well. That's the pusher cart. Down the bottom of the hill. Not an easy track to overtake, really. One year on the Zulu circuit. Hard break into Inkermans now for the hairpin. That helps a bit. Mark Craddock out there at the back of the field. Simon Lloyd as well. Into turn 1 and up the hill, and it's all James Hattersley right now. He's dropped down from from elite class, because he's just too big. Congratulations on some award that he won during the week. Work related, I think. Down the hill, and Townley now coming under pressure from Luke Hornsby. And Harris and Theodorou right there. We've got a four-way fight for second place. And Hornsby goes for second. And he pulls it off, sort of. Oh, it's not pretty. But it does appear to be effective. So, Hattersley, Hornsby, Harris, Theodorou, Townley, Rob Moore, Richard Evans, Justin Buck. Dayglow Moore. Up to Christmas Corner, and he's been dropped by that group. Just working out, that must be Evans there in the mix. Oh, sloppy camera work. I'm on my own again. There's Evans, there's Buck. 21 is Stefan Scully, 17 is Darrell Lowe. Up the inside in the toe of the boot, can he get it done? Not quite. Gap then to, is that Freddie Fincham? Frankie Hedges. I always get them mixed up. Chris Penny. Tom Glybe. And in that group as well is the legend that is Mark Craddock. Jamie Pender on his bumper. And ahead of them, Harry Neal, the championship leader. Not off to a rapid start. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Penny losing out. Craddock just keeping it straight. All the fun of the fair, pretty much. Oh, and around goes Simon Lloyd. And that's Chris Dixon, I think. It is. So your race leader, James Hattersley. A country mile up the road. He's into Inkermans. Harrison Darville off the road, we saw. Luke Hornsby still in second. Peter Harris, Theodorou going well here. Down the hill. Looking to get on Peter's bumper. Oh, and Harris makes a mistake. A chance for Theodoro, but the yellow flag out to recover Simon Lloyd. And Chris Dixon curtails the racing for just a little bit. And we have 3 minutes left of this first heat, and we've got a penalty board out there for car number 19, which I can tell you is Pietro Pagano. Corn abuse. Disgusting. So Hattersley now running in behind Simon Lloyd. Start on pole position, drive away from the field. Bob is your mother's uncle, your mother's brother. Hornsby now comfortable in second place. Dropping Peter Harris just a little bit. Few kart lengths. There's Theodoro. Rob Moore under pressure from Justin Buck. And I have to say, the drizzle's getting just a little bit heavier and persistent, which I don't like. Oh, and around they go. Who's that? Hard to tell. We need to see a number. It's kart number 10. Oh. And the greasy surface seems to be playing havoc with the driving standards. One and a half minutes left of this first heat. I've got to change a couple of things on my setup here. Bear with me. Does that feel a bit better? I think it does. The battle's still going on for what I think is about 5th place here. Justin Buck's got to the head of the queue. There's Buck, Lowe, Scully, Theodoro in kart 6. 35 is Richard Evans. Harrison Darville, a lap down at least. 23, Mike Townley has slowly slipped back through the field. 40 seconds left, not quite the last lap. Let's have a look at our race leader. Hey, I think Luke Hornsby's beginning to run him down, you know. And Peter Harris is coming with him. So Hattersley trying to make it interesting over this last lap and a half. So Hattersley tiptoeing into the boot. Around the toe, down to the heel. Hornsby, Harris. Your top 3. Ignore Simon Lloyd. Sorry, Simon. Final lap board is out now. Rob Moore comes through in 4th place ahead of Justin Buck, who's just had a curb warning. Stephen Scully, Darrell Lowe, Richard Evans, Martin Theodore and Mike Townley, your top 10. Up at Christmas corner. And I think Luke Hornsby took a shot there at James Hattersley, who's slowing down as the conditions worsen towards the finish. And Peter Harris is going to go round the outside through Zulu. Can he make it work? Yes, he can. Peter Harris leads here in heat number 1 in the Clubman class. And it looks as though he'll take that to the finish with just 2 more corners to go. Harris into the last corner. How brave will Hattersley be on the drag race to the line? It's going to be Peter Harris winning from James Hattersley, Luke Hornsby, Rob Moore, Justin Buck, Stephen Scully, Darrell Lowe, Richard Evans losing out to Martin Theodoro in over 8th place. Jack Bolton makes up the top 10. Mike Townley, Harry Neal, Tom Glyde and Mark Craddock